the Boilers got Nebraska at 6:30 tomorrow night for a rematch of an earlier season showdown in a game that ended with a Purdue victory 80-77 against the Cornhuskers in a matchup that we weren't supposed to win, and winning it in a crazy fashion. That if you look at this statistic-wise, they beat us in every category besides the boards. Right? Like, statistic-wise, like percentage-wise, field goal percentage, they won 44-37. 3-point percentage, they won 38-28. Free throw percentage, 65% to 55%. We shot the ball terribly from the free throw line. Them not much better. But we out-rebounded them 54-37. Okay, this matchup looks a little bit different coming off of what's happening in each other's season at the moment. Nebraska is 5-2 in their last 7 games. When we played them beforehand, they had came off, I guess it's similar. They had came off of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, same thing for them. When they played us, they were 5-2, leading up to their last 7 games before us. So, this is a game that we won the first time based on our effort. Offensively, we didn't play good, like at all. If we look at this, 28 for 76, 37%, not good. 28% from 3-point, 13 of 46, not good. 11 for 20, free throws almost cost us the game, not good, right? The only thing that really won us that game was Trey Kaufman and Oscar Clough rebounding, combining for whatever it was, 30-some rebounds, close to 40. Let me see. Let me add this real quick. 33 rebounds, right? We even had 11 turnovers. It was a high intense game, right? Back and forth of turn the ball over, and we just outplayed them effort-wise, and that's something that has to happen again this time. Of what we saw tonight against Northwestern, effort from the get-go was so good. That's got to continue, and then on top of it, we have to be able to defend. We didn't defend it well against them. We let them come back and let them get back into the game after we were up like 15 or something at some point. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Been sick. But in this game, we held Stanford to 15 points. He's 4 for 12. Most of his points came from the free throw line, going 5 for 6. Again, this is a game where defensively we have to be in the right spots, which that's every game. But they're a team that can get hot and stay hot. And they're a team that you can't count out, which is what happened the first time we played them. Right, we're winning, and then we kind of let up a little bit, and then they just make their way back in. Right, we can't allow that to happen. This is a game where, big three have to show up, right, and show out. Clough has to show up on the rebounding, and our bench and our supporting cast, if you will, has to make shots. Because if they guard it the way they did the first time, they're going to force us into a lot of threes. Now, the first time we played, I thought we settled for some threes early in the shot clock, or probably the shot we wanted, but early in the clock instead of, throwing it around a few times. I think we want to take threes. Like, I'm okay with open threes, but I felt like there's too many times where we rushed them the first time we played. So, really, I think we make them play to our pace. Braden controls the game. I'm not... Okay, Braden only had one turnover. A near triple-double. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. But he was 5 for 15, right? And Lawyer also had, 5 for 20. So 10 for 35 between the two. I don't see that happening again. They are a great defensive team, right? On Ken Palm, I believe they're top 5. Let me see, Nebraska. They're 7, so not top 5, but they're 7. But then offensively, they're not ranked near as high. We're ranked second offensively to their 55. But they are a good team, right? We've seen that here recently in their stretch, though. We have seen some interesting play. Iowa takes them to overtime, and they win 84-75. They fall to UCLA by 20 points. Win against USC 82-67. Sneak past Maryland in a 74-61 win, and fell to Iowa beforehand 57-52. So this team is, like I said, they're 55 on offensive rating on Ken Palm. So they are capable of having those games where, slips past them offensively, and where they don't have a great offensive game. And Iowa is not like an awesome defending team, so looking at that in hopes that, we play defense the way we did the first half tonight against Northwestern. If we keep that up and have some intensity on defense and then continue to do our thing offensively, this is a game where, like we seen early in that game that we kind of walked away with it, we could see that again. I think that's definitely like a possibility. If Purdue shows up ready to play, last time we played, we are susceptible. How do you say that word? Anyways, we are prone to 3-point shooting bigs, and they have that in Rink Mast. We saw that last time as he went 4 for 7. He made some difficult shots. We are neutral floor, right? They don't have home court advantage now. If anything, we're probably more likely to have home court advantage if either one, because Purdue shows out. But a game where we got to take away Mast, right? He had we did only allow him 6 rebounds, but across the board, pretty much every guy on their team had 5 rebounds that got in. But we have to control the boards like we did the first time, collectively as a team. We got to move the ball like we did today against Northwestern. We need to see this team make the right play. I thought there was a lot of times tonight where we swung it, could shoot it, didn't, swung open shot or down low shot. And that's something that's got to happen against this team, as they're a good defensive team. Move the ball, get them out of rotation. They double the post every single time. So outside shooters got to be ready to shoot the ball and be confident when it comes time to doing that. But overall, just need a collective team to show up for this, right? We need our scoring to show up. We've got to have the intensity as we had the first time we played them, and we have got to be defenders. We have just got to be in the right spot. And, winning this game would mean a lot as they are, what is their current record? 26-5. We are 24-8. But that would mean a lot going into the tournament. Coming out with this win, confidence goes up. Nebraska is still a really good team. They are ranked 11th. We are 18th currently. Sorry, guys. But yeah, they're a good team, and we've seen that happen. We know that Hoiberg can be a little bit of a pest on defense. I thought Braden did a good job when he was staying under control. But, we can't let some of the guys get going. Price, we kept him from, being a factor until late into the second half. Mast was really their guy all night long, 18 points. Just when our bench comes in, we can't dip off on intensity and ability to make shots. Going into the season, we said that our bench was going to be one of our biggest assets. Right now, it's kind of been a downfall, and we need to see that change. Guys got to be ready to shoot the ball, and intensity's got to stay the same. We got to set the tone early, and we can't dip down. Too many times when we do set the tone early, our second half comes out slow, and we let them start to get on a roll. We can't allow them to do that, as they are very capable of, once they get on a roll, to just get hot, stay hot, and take it to you. It's capable of being a game that's close like it was the first time. It's capable of a game that, hopefully Purdue runs away with, but it could go either way, honestly. Nebraska could run away with it if the right Purdue team doesn't show up. So I do think with this tournament in March Madness right here around the corner, I do think this Purdue team has flipped a switch. I think they're ready to go. They are not, this is what they're made for. This is what they want to do, compete in tournament and win it all. And, I'm not going to bet against them. They've got to show up and prove that they can compete, and that wasn't a fluke that we won the first time, right? But want to see it in a better fashion, get up and stay up, and just take it to them. So looking forward to a good game. Again, we're on neutral floor there in Chicago. Hoping that, you look at these overall points numbers. Fletcher has 18, Braden with 13. But again, they were 10 for 35. Looking for an efficient game. I think that we allowed them to speed us up, play our game, run our offense, get the shots that we want, and knock them down. Like, don't play timid. It was rocking when in Pinnacle Bank. It was loud. You could tell it was getting to them. They couldn't. They looked collective, but in the interview afterwards, Painter was like, I don't know how they did it, right? But we're on a neutral floor. Atmosphere is going to be different. We just got to take it to them and keep that consistency the whole game on effort-wise and just our offensive play and being in the right spot defensively. Nebraska is capable of, being a big team, and ultimately we just got to limit Sanford and Mast and make the other guys show up. So looking forward to a good game. It'll be a dogfight for sure, in hopes that Purdue shows up and shows out and gets the win. So, again, hoping for the same outcome that we got tonight against Northwestern. Looking to send Nebraska home with a loss. So, thanks for tuning in. And again, go Boilers!